Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, whenever you are. Welcome to a new Decrypting Crypto live stream. I'm your host, Matthew Batiri, alongside me is my co-host, Wasim Debussy. How are you, my friend?
I'm good, Matty. How are you? How's your weekend?
Yeah, not too bad, just planning for the week ahead, and it's a bigger week than last week, as you know, because you're involved. We're now going live on YouTube Monday to Friday. So if you're watching this on any of our other platforms, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, please feel free to go over to Decrypting Crypto on YouTube, subscribe to that channel, click the notification bell, because Mondays, I'll be doing Bitcoin and Ethereum technical analysis to talk about the week ahead. Tuesday, we've got these DC live streams. Wednesday, I'm doing an altcoin TA where live audience members can throw out coins to me, and I will do on-the-spot live analysis. Thursday, money, mindset, and personal development with Wasim. Friday, you'll have this beautiful live stream again, and then Saturday, Sunday, we are throwing out some content, how-to videos, security videos, that type of jazz. So if you're someone that's not currently invested in the crypto market, you're unsure, you're skeptical, you hear all the FUD, you're scared of security, watch these channels. So on Saturday, Sundays, we'll be sharing with you some of our members only video. And it'd be really important, if you want to start your crypto journey, that you watch those so you can do so safely and manage your risk, but also have the utmost security so you can be your own bank. What about your weekend, mate?
Yeah, my weekend was interesting. What did I do? I actually went to a comedy club.
Oh, nice. Who'd you see? Anyone good?
Pardon?
Anyone good? Like anyone like
Darren Sanders was the headliner.
Darren Sanders.
Yeah, he's a bit of an old school 90s comedian who's on Hey Hey Saturday.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So if you weren't around in the 90s, you probably would remember him. But it was just a small comedy club. There was a lot of amateurs there, so it was funny. It was a good night.
Nice.
Now somebody asked about what's the YouTube channel. So I have put that in the links. I hope you got it. If you don't get it, just get onto YouTube and look up Decrypting Crypto. You should be able to see on top of the screen above us, in the middle. Actually, that way, in the middle. So you should be seeing it that way on the screen where you're at, hopefully.
Yeah, check out the technical analysis that I did on Bitcoin yesterday. Drop me a comment, give me a like, and let me know what you thought of the video. It was a bit longer than what it would normally be. I had to shout out a few people before getting started on some of the TA videos. Wanted to give respect to a lot of mentors that taught me a lot of stuff. So I thought it was only nice to do that as the first video, but they'll be shorter moving forward. Well, we've got a lot to talk about today, and in the Twitter section, I think I'm going to go on another rant. So if you liked my rants last week, I might go on a bigger rant this week. So watch out for the Twitter highlights section. I might be on fire that time.
Yeah, awesome. Well, we've got a lot to cover in the news also this week. So we've got Deutsche Bank. So last week we spoke about the sterling silver losing value versus the US dollar. So now the Deutsche Bank has come out and said there actually might be a sterling crisis. So what they're talking about in this article is after Liz Truss became the new Prime Minister of Britain, as you guys know, we said last week, Britain, we've been speaking about it for a while. Britain's been going through a lot of economic hardship, inflation over 10% now, energy crisis, people's wages are actually going backwards. So they've had like a 3% reduction in salaries when adjusted to inflation and whatnot. So there's a bit of a financial crisis brewing over there, and the sterling dollar is losing value. So here they talk about, even though there's a new prime minister, there's still this crisis that's still coming or could be coming if Britain doesn't curb inflation, be able to take control, stimulate the economy, and and look at the and solve the energy crisis. So if the pound keeps going down, this can actually cause quite a lot of problems for the US, quite a lot of problems for the UK, I should say, including not being able to pay any of their dues, and no other country would actually back them. So if this happens, they could be going backwards, almost back to 1970s. Moving on. So the next one is Russia is considering to legalize cryptocurrencies in international trade. So they've been speaking about this for a while. As you guys might know, Russia previously wasn't very cryptocurrency friendly. Even Putin said that he likes Bitcoin as a technology, but he'll never see it as to be part of any oil trade. However, with the current situation in Russia and Ukraine and all the embargoes and sanctions that they have on Russia, so now Russia is now forced to look at trading in other currencies because they've been sanctioned out of the SWIFT system, so they can't go out of the US dollar. So they're not allowed to trade with the dollar. So what they've tried is with Turkey and with Russia, they've tried to do with the rupee and yuan, trade that for oil and gas and whatnot. Now they're also looking at making it legal to trade with Bitcoin. So they're saying they're open to trading with Bitcoin within other countries. What this is really showing us is that, as the world now, like what has happened in this war is they've sanctioned Russia. Now Russia's changing and going, you know what, we'll just deal with Bitcoin. Because that's proof that no government, nobody can ever take control over the Bitcoin network. So if more and more countries start moving towards trading with Bitcoin, you can imagine how this is going to change the future, because right now governments use money in the financial system to war against each other. If we move away to a financial system that governments can't use that against each other, we'll have a much different world, in my opinion. Alrighty, moving over to Blockstream. So Blockstream, and this is an exciting one. This is actually a very exciting one, because this one is talking about a new decentralized exchange where people can trade Bitcoin. So previously, Bitcoin could be traded peer-to-peer, and it could also be traded through exchanges. Now, there was never really we've got Uniswap, PancakeSwap. These are decentralized exchanges on Ethereum, on Binance Smart Chain. You got every chain has their own decentralized network, decentralized exchange, but Bitcoin has never had one. So now there's a decentralized exchange called XDX, and it's going to be coming out at the end of this year in Q4 on mobile phones, so on iOS and Apple. In the future, they might go on the web, but right now it's just on mobile phones. And what it actually allows you to do is trade Bitcoin as well as other assets on the Bitcoin network. So this is very, very exciting to allow us to be able to trade Bitcoin, without having to go through a centralized exchange. Decentralization is the way of the future, and it's actually safer and more secure. Alrighty, next is Cardano. Now, look, Cardano, as most of you guys know, has been one of my favorite tokens, because I love what they stand for. Now, in this article, they're talking about how Cardano has now become the 7th largest cryptocurrency again, because it's had quite a bit of a breakout due to an upgrade that's coming on the 16th, I think, or the 22nd of September. And this new upgrade is going to allow the Cardano network to work much faster, be able to do transactions faster. That was part of the limitations that Cardano had last year, and some of the criticism why Cardano had it last year. So now with this upgrade, it's going to make the Cardano network a lot faster, a lot better, a lot more secure, and therefore the price of Cardano is starting to pump a little bit, which is what usually happens with Cardano around new upgrades. And the last one for the news highlights is that Australia is about to regulate cryptocurrencies, and if I'm not going to cover the AFL, I'm just going to cover the Australia to regulate crypto. So with the change of government that we've had recently, moving over to Labor, they have now recognised that they do need to regulate cryptocurrencies, and they're going to do so by creating new regulation in consultation with the industry. So this will make it, give people more confidence in crypto because it becomes a regulated industry. It's going to give more people confidence. All of these little things that are coming, as long as they're crypto friendly and they don't obviously restrict us. And this is why the government's saying that they're looking at working with the industry to see what kind of regulation we need. So hopefully, if the regulation is positive, it's going to make crypto a lot more, I suppose, it's going to give it more strength and make it more legitimate, more legitimizes crypto. So in the long run, it should be good. However, we'll have to wait and see what happens in the short run.
Thank you, Wasim. Before I forget, guys, we have the Australian Crypto Convention. It's next weekend here on the Gold Coast where I live. So I would recommend, if you want to keep up to date with what's happening, latest and greatest in the crypto sphere within Australia, and I'm sure there'll be some international guests, aka Michael the Big Dog Sailor, I would be attending. We did give away a discount code a month ago. You might have missed that, unfortunately, but that's some of the benefits of keeping up to date with what we're doing and watching our content. We're always going to share with you guys some of the discounts that we give our members to attend. So if you missed out this time, this is why we recommend you turn on notifications on YouTube for our videos so you can catch the times that we do give out discounts for big events like this. So we're all going to be attending as a business. So if you want to come down, we'd love to meet you guys. And yeah, Wasim's looking forward to seeing my face again.
100%. I can't wait for it. Very excited. Especially for Michael Saylor. That's who I'm looking forward to see. Bit of a fanboy of Michael Saylor here. I love his content, so I can't wait to see him.
You know how you and I are both into like personal development. We had our businesses, and like the hot thing back in the day on Facebook was having photos with Tony Robbins or Gary Vee.
Yeah.
Getting a photo with Michael Saylor is now like where I'm at.
I agree. Like, if I can get a photo of Michael Saylor, wow, that would be cracker.
That'd be pretty good. That's going to be something that I would really, I think, cherish. Like, not, you know, I don't like Gary Vee and Tony Robbins, all well and good, but those like candid photos of those people were so overdone back in the day. But Michael Saylor is, you know, where my current life is at. That's who I'd love to meet. Him.
Michael Saylor right now is, you know,
him or Vitalik, like two people
in the world, and that's the thing about it. They're actually physically working at changing the world. Yeah. These are people that are seeing the system that is not fair, that's not for the people, and found a way out. And these guys are working to make the world a better place. You know, whether it's Vitalik, whether it's Michael Saylor, whether it's Charles Hoskinson, whether it's, you know, even, you know, President Bukele in El Salvador, you know, these guys are forward thinkers. You know, so yeah, they're the real heroes now for me, anyway.
100%. They'll be at the top of that that sort of social media list in the future, I reckon.
Yeah, 100%. Definitely the crypto anyway.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's jump into the Twitter highlights, guys. We've got Peter Schiff up first. Putin has a far better understanding of inflation and the US economy than Powell or any member of the FOMC. Maybe this is the real reason why he's so dangerous. So in this video, guys, I watched this video. It's a pretty good video. He talks about how the US has printed 38% of its, you know, cash supplies since 2019, and Europe's done. Are you jumping in, mate?
I was just going to say, when you finish, I was going to say, I've actually got the video. What I'll do is I'll upload it into our community.
Yeah, sure. No worries.
Community. So I'll actually upload
it. I'll get him to put it on Facebook. So basically, Putin talks about how Europe as well printed 20% of their cash supplies since that time. And the funny thing is, he talked about the importations of the US in the last, I think, 12 months or something. He said that they imported $350 billion worth of goods and services compared to the previous time, which was 250 mil. And that percentage difference is 38% or 40%, very similar to the amount of money that they printed since the COVID debacle. So he's basically saying they're trying to print themselves out of, you know, out of debt. And this is the real reason why we have global inflation and Europe is on the brink of a recession. So I think it was quite smart. What I hate about this stuff sometimes, like, I don't actually know where the video is from. Like, who knows what he's actually saying in Russian, and if this is a legitimate source that we're getting a translation from. So I'd love to maybe speak to a Russian person to actually get an actual, firsthand origin of what he's actually saying, rather than seeing a random video. So at the end of the day, you got to do your own research, and stuff like this is something that's, it's important. And if he's talking about this stuff, then he's kind of had a bit of a dig at Powell in the US. Something to keep an eye on, because he seems like he's pretty smart with his money, and he's not yet with this war gone into debt, or is struggling to continuously fight against Ukraine. So he's doing something well with his cash. We've got Willy Woo here, Hitler versus the Fed. He's just pointing out that obviously Hitler created, recessions and depressions. And now obviously the Fed is doing the same thing with the GFC and COVID. So basically, just talking about how we're printing our way out of the, this debt-driven crisis, but everything is going up in price. And I'm going to talk about that, I think, in the next tweet or the tweet after. So basically, the key is to be educated and making sure that you are not just saving your money, but investing the money that you are saving so it can make you more money. Because by just having it sit on the sidelines right now, it's losing its value day to day. Your purchasing power is dropping. So you need to be putting your money to work to outrun the cost of living, which is increasing at a rapid rate. Ben Armstrong, heading out to the wilderness. See you guys on the other side of the merge. May the ETH be with you. I'm a Star Wars fan as well, so I like that reference. So basically, Ethereum 2.0 is apparently launching today, September 6th, and there's a couple of other upgrades as well. Paris is what it's called, and Bellatrix, and they're happening on September 10 and 20th. And obviously, this is a big news. This is something that was really was frowned upon amongst the ETH miners, because they were making bank with the ETH gas usage. But now this is going to hopefully permanently keep the Ethereum blockchain running smoothly, and not paying, ridiculous sums to buy an NFT or do any Ethereum transactions on that network, because it was getting pretty stupid. And I think that was, also the cause of such a quick and rapid price increase in Ethereum. I got in at Ethereum at 250 Australian dollars a couple of years ago before the bull run, and I was surprised to see it, get to what was it in Aussie terms, probably 8,000 or 9,000. So I usually work on US dollars, but I remember buying ETH at 250 Australian. So I've got to say Australian for that one. Moving on, Lark Davis, electricity bills exploding across Europe. Business will close from cafes to smelters. Unemployment will rise. Consumer spending will crater as people spend everything on power bills. EU and UK recessions are incoming. Market will not like this. So this is where my rant is going to... This is the rant stage. This is the rant tweet. So I can't agree more. Obviously, we're seeing, I watch the news every night, and my wife doesn't like that I do, because she hates the negativity, but I like to stay current with the amount of FUD that is spread by the media. And I think I saw something about there's some sort of company here that does free meals for people on the Gold Coast, and they're saying that the rate of people wanting free meals is exploding. I think they're doing like 10,000 free meals a week, which is way more than what they're used to. And it's because the cost of living is going up. People can't afford groceries, or people are having to steal to have their groceries, and families can't keep up with increase in mortgages and everything like that. And this is something that I saw a little while ago. And I'm even seeing the effects. My local pub's gone from $5 pints to $7 pints. That's a 40% increase, and that just happened 3 days ago. You can imagine the disgust of the old labourers that I frequent on a daily basis down in my local pub, being really unhappy about that such a big spike. But look, I saw this coming. I saw this entire issue coming. My wife and I were on the Gold Coast, where we're renters. We were renting this very nice home for about $1,000 a week, and then I saw the recession coming, and I was like, look, this $1,000 is quite high for a rental. We should probably find some people to sublet offers. So we found some friends that are sort of sharing our rental thing, and thank God, because that extra $500 a week that we are now saving is going to the increase in expenses everywhere else in our life. We have 2 mortgages. You know, we like buying our coffee every now and then. Like, everything's going up, so we have to make a sacrifice in our one area of our life, which is our rental expense, to be able to then cater for increasing expenses everywhere else. And that's what a lot of people don't see. They might be like, oh, bread and milk and stuff, like, they're not going up, but they're keeping down most of the common things that you buy and put up prices in high areas. You know, petrol, for example, which the excise tax is now going to be finished up in September. And if you haven't already seen it, petrol for me has already gone up 20 cents in the last 7 days. So we're seeing other areas where it's just increasing it's increasing cost of doing any renovations, building costs. They're struggling to get material over from China and everywhere else. So if you're doing renos or anything like that, you're probably seeing delays because shortage of workers, because not a lot of people want to work, because we were handing out money during COVID. And second of all, the cost of actually your new bathroom, for example, being way more expensive than what maybe you got quoted for before COVID, or you know, before we had all this mess. So I feel like there is going to be more pain. And even though Bitcoin is doing really well right now, staying at $20,000, which has surprised me, this is going to be the first time that it's going to be put under the pump, because we're about to probably go into a recession or depression. So this is why I still have my eyes for lower, and I wouldn't be surprised if we go to a 5-figure Bitcoin and absolutely wipe people across the board, because that's exactly what happens in a recession, and most importantly, a depression. And a depression is a lot worse. So if we go into a depression, which could possibly occur, it's really important that you guys have a nest egg and you're putting money aside and investing it to outrun the cost of living, but also if things hit the fan, SHIT hits the fan, you want to make sure that you've got that rainy day check that you can cash in to keep yourself and your family afloat. Sorry that I went on that rant. Looks like I kept all 9 people. Let me know if you agree with exactly what I said. Drop me a comment. Sorry I went off there, but it just has to be said that the government's got to do something. And I just got a newsletter. I'm subscribed to 9.com that interest rates have gone up another 0.5%. So the US just had another 75% increase, or 0.75 interest rate. We've just gone up 0.5. It's just going to keep going up. We're going to probably hit something really crazy, and a lot of people are going to be struggling. All right, last tweet before I keep going. An opportunity within the crypto space is on the horizon, similar to late 2018. People will always look back at such events and say, if only I did, don't look back. Look, every time we are in a bear market, people are like, oh no, it's going to go lower, I should have got in. Then halfway to the end of the bull market, they're like, oh my God, I wish I bought it at 20K. Look at it now, blah, blah, blah. It's the same story every 4 years, guys. So, you know, I don't want to say you should go all in, but you should be putting, you know, whatever you are happy to lose inside the crypto market, because it could change your life. $100 could make you $10,000 if you pick the next 100x altcoin, like people did with Shiba Inu. There is money to be made out there, and hopefully this pain doesn't last for too much longer. I don't think it will, because we always come out, but there's going to be a lot of fires between now and then. Alrighty, rant over. Quick, come back in, save me before I keep going.
Actually, I'm not going to say I want to join you a little bit, but what you were saying there at the end, in terms of putting money into crypto right now, like, we cannot stress enough how important it is right now during this bear market for you to educate yourself, to learn about what the potential of where this is going. The people that are going to get involved now are going to, you know, potentially change their life, for not just for them, but potentially for their children and their children's children. So if you're interested in getting in, jump on our Decrypting Crypto free course, reach out to us. We're actually creating a report right now about the 5 megatrends that you want to catch before the next bull run that will really change your life and allow you to live the life of your dreams. So that's what, you know, the things that Matt was talking about. You know, this is the time to learn to put a little bit of money in, because the return that you can get in crypto, you know, you may never ever see these opportunities ever again. I mean, I know for me, I'm dollar cost averaging in. I know Matt is doing the same thing. You know, we're doing it sensibly. We don't want to, put our family and our livelihood and the food on our tables at risk. But we budget. We work within we live in a life where, okay, this is the standard I'm going to live by, and I'm going to put that much away every single fortnight or whatever it is. I'm going to be talking a little bit about this on Thursday night, just around that mindset, because a lot of people right now are afraid, and a lot of people, they need that understanding of how they can control what it is they can control. And how can you live on tighten the belt up a little bit, put a little bit of money away? Because like Matt was saying, we've been seeing this, even myself. Like my rent went up $50 a week this week. Like I've never ever, even all my tenants that I've had in the past, I've never put rent up more than $5 or $10 that I hit. So I had my rent go up by $50 in one hit. So that's the world we're living in, guys. And even like supply chains, like we're getting t-shirts made for the crypto convention, and most suppliers don't have stock, and they don't know when they're getting stock, or they're getting stock at the end of the year. So there's a lot of the world is having a lot of challenges at the moment, and we need to prepare for that, for the hard times that are coming. So we're here, we present you guys with the news, with the good news, with the bad news, whatever it is. We try and show you a balanced view. That yes, we are in a lot of trouble, but there is there's a light in the tunnel, and we're seeing this with what I'm about to cover now. All the crypto adoption that's still happening is that light at the end of the tunnel. So yeah, that's my little rant.
All right, mate, you did well.
All right, let's jump into this. So first up, we have Binance partners up with Nigeria to build digital economic zone. So in the news, I was telling you guys how much I love Cardano because of what they stand for, and like how much help they're focusing on African continent, because they understand that people there need the help because the banks aren't going to be there for them. So that's one of the reasons why I love Cardano. But now even Binance is partnering up with Nigeria to build a digital economic zone. So this is going to be similar to like a free economic zone like they have in Dubai. They're trying to create it so they can be a bit of a hub. So they are looking at doing that. Becoming a bit of a crypto hub in Africa. And this is great because this is where crypto is going to change the world. Now, this isn't the first time that Binance has done this. Binance is also last week partnered up with the week before, I think it was, with Busan. They're also building education centers around the world. Colombia, they've partnered with. So they partner with a lot of countries. They're going to benefit from crypto and the blockchains technology. All right, FIFA. Over to FIFA. So coming up to the World Cup in Qatar, FIFA is now going to be launching their own NFTs. So they're looking at launching these as affordable, inclusive, and accessible NFTs that everyone can get them. You can buy those, and at the moment they're just collectible artwork. But in the future, you can they're looking at using it for ticketing, for different types and different rarities. We'll have different perks attached to it. So a lot is going out there, and it's just more adoption of blockchain technology. Another one, so they've partnered up with Algorand, by the way. That's who they've partnered up with. And they're not the only ones. So they're going to be in Qatar. Crypto.com is also the largest sponsor of the FIFA World Cup. So you can see crypto and sports are really coming strongly together, and that's going to drive mass adoption, guys. And this is what we're talking about. Mass adoption is coming. Now, this one, the Mayo Clinic taps into blockchain technology for clinical trials. Now, we keep telling you guys that crypto is going to do, like blockchain technology, I should say, is going to do so much good in the world. And this actually, this for me was very profound, this article, because in this article, they talk about Mayo Clinic. So they're an organization that overlooks clinical trials. Now, we all know how much the pharmaceutical companies have been accused of tampering with trial evidence and whatnot. And it's true. A lot of them have paid fines, etc. I used to be in the pharmaceutical world, and I know how tight and how strict the rules are these days around pharmaceuticals. But this is a breakthrough, because now they're going to use blockchain technology for trial information and trial management. So that means when a customer's record is put into the blockchain, it can never ever be altered. So nobody can come in and change and alter the results. So anybody can go in and look at the data. It's going to be like everyone can go in, any doctor or anybody in the medical field can go in and validate the data. So this is going to make clinical trials, scientific clinical trials, so much more ethical, and is going to do so much good in the world by taking that power away from those companies that do those things in the pursuit of the dollar. All right. Next up, we have Indonesia to establish a crypto stock exchange by the 2020 end. So so Indonesia is looking at creating a crypto stock exchange. So what is a crypto stock exchange? It's just a normal stock exchange. It's not a crypto exchange. It's a crypto stock exchange. However, they're going to allow all their crypto companies in Indonesia to be able to list on that exchange. So it becomes like a normal exchange, but all these companies are verified crypto companies. They've done this because they've had a rise in cryptocurrency adoption to about 15.1 million people in the country have, as of June this year, have used crypto, with over $57.6 billion in crypto trading happening in Indonesia. So obviously they want to, this is just another step forward to regulation and whatnot in all of these countries. So we saw Australia, now we're seeing Indonesia. And lastly, in another country also, crypto regulation. So there are 3 crypto regulation stories today, which shows you how much countries at a country level are looking at crypto or blockchain regulation and crypto regulation. So this one is the government of Georgia has approved amendments of the legal framework for the Caucasian Union financial sector. So they're doing it in laws and relevant to the European Union provisions. So they're looking at becoming a crypto hub. So Georgia is a country that's they're doing these all these new regulation to allow for things like payment services directives, capital requirement directives, virtual asset service providers directives. So all these new technologies that they're going to use for record maintenance, for payment, etc., is all going, and credit is all going, is being regulated. And this is just helping them become a crypto hub, because they want to attract with their regulation to be very crypto friendly, so that large crypto businesses can come and open up offices there. And they've already had Binance express interest in doing so, FTX, Ripple, Ripple XRP, they've all expressed opening up offices in Georgia because of their friendly crypto regulation. Now, can you imagine how much those countries will flourish in the future as they bring in all these strong businesses and the businesses of the future into the countries? So, interesting times with all the crypto adoption.
Sure is, mate. Alrighty, guys, we've come to the end of the live stream. We hope that you've enjoyed another awesome session. You've got 2 rants for the price of 1 today.
So let us know if you guys like these. I don't know if they're rants. They're just banter, I guess. Let us know if you like them. If you want more, ask questions when we're doing them. Obviously, jump on the YouTube channel, guys. Press like, notification bell, so that you don't miss out when we go live. But yeah, guys, we want to make it more and more interactive. So the more viewers that we get, the more questions that you guys ask, we'll definitely answer those for you.
For sure, guys. That's it from us. See you guys tomorrow for our altcoin technical analysis video. Please jump on, shoot out some alts that you would like me to do some TA for, and I will see you tomorrow at 4:30 p.m.
See you then.